So to the rookies, to the vets. When I first came into the truck, I was a rookie. I'll always be a rookie. This is my headspace. I'll always be a rookie. Because when I'm no longer a rookie, I get complacent and things happen. I always treat myself like the rookie, and I never look at rookies like the rookie. I look at them as if it was me 7 to 8 years ago, just starting with absolutely I didn't get taught anything other than to drive, okay? Unfortunately, rail did not spend any time. I don't know what their system is like right now. Now, when I did that rail video, I was doing reefer for them for 2 months as a favor. They wanted me to be on the reefer team. And I told them, I'll be on the reefer team, but in 2 months, I'm getting a lease truck. I'm going back to Flatbed. So I do believe, and I'm grateful that rail gave me the skills to drive the truck. Not didn't give me the skills, helped me to get into the truck, learn how to move the truck, and taught me what safety was in terms of driving a truck in comparison to a car. That, I stand by their safe 7. That I'm thankful for. But in terms of securement, my securement class was 3 hours, 3 people, and we stood in front of one trailer in Marshfield, Wisconsin, and there was 3 types. There was some boxes, there was some that looked like a coil, and there was some staging. And us 3, we threw straps. We didn't throw any chains, and we rotated. First I threw over the staging, then I threw over the thing that looked like a coil, then I threw over. I wasn't taught about a bulkhead. I wasn't taught cross chaining. I didn't touch a chain. They didn't teach us how to tarp. None of that. When I pulled out my first time in the truck, when I came out, I didn't have nothing but YouTube. Looking at YouTube and asking people what to do when I pulled up to a shipper and a receiver. This is something I want to talk to the rookies, especially people if you was like me, who had a chip on his shoulder in the beginning, really guarded. Maybe it's a New York thing, I don't know, and it could go with a whole bunch of other history. But you have to be able to get through the first impression. What I mean by that, rookies, don't be afraid to walk up to these people at the shippers and the receivers and ask these guys how to strap a load or how to secure a load, or even say, even if they're doing something different than what you're doing, be sure to go ask them. Say, hey, I see you doing you do that like that. I don't do that like that. Why do you do that like that? How do you do that? I can tell you that 9 out of 10 times, drivers will be they're bothered. So their first impression when you ask them the question is like, I don't want to be bothered with you right now. And if it's a vet, it's usually like, you shouldn't even be out here. And this is the part that I'm saying, I respect what vets say because I understand it. Because they sent me out here with no training. There's 2 sides to the coin. And it's seriously dangerous, man. It's seriously dangerous to be sending flatbedders out here with no training, securement training. So when, I hear the vets getting on it, all these companies, they're just processing bodies and they're putting people in the truck. It's true. It's true, and it's so dangerous. But veterans, on the other side of the coin, you have to understand, people got to make a living, and they need to do whatever they can to feed their family. And this is the route that they took. So instead of complaining about what the companies are doing, how about help the industry and help the rookies? Teach them, give them a little something, pass it on. Pass it on, because it's not ours to keep. How about, you help them help others? So there's 2 sides of that coin. But back to the rookies. When you go ask these guys these questions, don't get backed up. I've had dudes look at me and say, why are you here if you don't even know how to do it? but I don't say nothing. Or I'll say, well, sir, I'm just trying to learn, man. And you know what happens? They end up showing me anyway. 9 out of 10 flatbedder. Matter of fact, I have never, ever had a flatbedder refuse to show me something. Ever. So, that said, get over yourself, rookies. When you go ask these guys questions, you might not get the response and the coddling attitude that you want. So that's all right. But what you will get from it is the information and knowledge you need to get down the road safely. And that's the end goal. So stick through it. Let them give you the face, as long as they ain't disrespecting you in words or putting their hands on you for any reason, which really isn't gonna happen. I don't see that happening for you asking a question. I don't care any size, color, or creed, too. Doesn't matter. Black, white, country, city, fat, skinny, I don't care. I've asked tons of people. I've never been refused. So do yourself a favor. Ask, and ask again. And if you see somebody doing something different than what you do, ask about that. Don't think just because, well, at least, you know what? That's what I do, because I like to know different methods, because I found myself in different situations where I needed different methods to secure my load, and that worked out for me. I hope that helps some of the rookies, because in the beginning, I remember feeling that way, like, man, these guys, they're really, I got through that. I never let it deter me from getting my information, but I remember the feeling and the thought, and it's intimidating, because we are rookies, and these guys have been out here for 30 years, and they know what they're doing, and they have the knowledge, and it's hard to back down from that. Another thing, guys running around out and pulling the places, the guys is running around looking like they running a race. In fact, it's been sometimes I see guys looking over at me as if they're trying to get out of there before me. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I'm doing what I do, the way that I do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't actually move super slow, but I don't rush at all. Smooth and consistency is what wins the race. So once you lock down your method and you're able to execute those methods, different methods, smoothly, believe it or not, I pull out before guys that's running around their flatbed, hustling, sweating, going crazy, and I'm pulling out before them, because they're all over the place. When you're rushing, your head is rushing. You're backstepping, you're retracing steps, you're going around your flatbed when you don't have to. I painted with my father when I was younger for a little while, and I remember my father saying something to me when I came on. I painted with him for a few months, and I remember him saying to me, he came over to me, he was like, yo man, you keep moving your ladder. I hope you guys can relate this in the same way. I'm like, yeah, so what's that mean? He's like, the point is not to move your ladder as much. So when you're up on the ladder, you go as far to the right as you can. To the point where we would bounce the ladder and tip the ladder on the side of the wall as far as we could. Get far to the right, far to the left. Then you get down the ladder, and you moving your ladder all the way over there, rather than moving your ladder every 2 feet. It's the same thing. Why run around my flatbed 5, 6, 7 times for no reason? It doesn't make sense. Why do I got to get up on the flatbed, back down, back up, back down, back up? Make sure when you get up on the flatbed, you execute everything you need to do on top of the flatbed. Make sure when you're on the right side of the flatbed, you execute everything you need to execute on the right side, on the left side. So you're not retracing steps and you're not running circles around yourself. This is what gets you out of there. Smooth and easy. Yeah, you're going to sweat. We deal with the elements. You see me sweat, I sweat sitting down. So that don't mean I'm working hard, you know? So, but all of this I've come to learn. I was that guy out there running races around my flatbed, chicken, like, I was that guy. I have no shame in admitting that until I realized, well, really it was just me trying to work hard. And then when I locked down my method is when I realized, hell, I don't gotta go that fast. Smooth, the tortoise and the hare, man. Smooth and easy, rinse race. I'm addressing a lot of comments that come across all the time in my videos. These are things like, Choice, how do you get to, the tarpon, and you do it so fast? And really, I'm not doing it fast. I'm just doing it. And I have a method. I don't retrace my steps. Everything is done. Bang, bang, bang. There's a video, my brother Lance commented on it. I believe it was Lance, commented on it. And I was over in SDI, Columbia City, doing steel beams. And I do retrace my steps, but not a lot. But this certain video, when I was proud of myself and patting myself on the back, excuse me for that, but because I had noticed during that load and securing it, I didn't retrace a step. And I was so like, man, that's how it's supposed to go. And this is actually securing I-beams, no tarps. That means edge protectors, chains, straps, and never retrace a step. Meaning I never had to go backward to check anything. Everything was boom, 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 done. And that's when you get your method, and when you start seeing it that way, okay, I gotta go down the right side, you know what I mean? Like, I used to go down the right side, put out my edge protectors and walk all the way back down to get the other edge protectors. Why am I do that? I can get my edge protectors, go all the way down the right side, come around the back, come down the left side, my edge protectors are done. You understand what I'm saying? So it's little minuscule manipulations in your methods that's gonna help you get out of there quicker and work easier. And that's what it is. That's 100% how I learned. No training. Eyes and ears open and ask questions. Don't be prideful. It will burn you every time. I'm glad G. Roberson commented that, because I'm a witness to that. And I hope he doesn't mind if I use him as an example, because in fact, I'm super proud of him, because he can lock down anything that's put in front of him now and lock it down. So it's secure. It's not coming off. But when he first came over, the only thing he ever did was strap soil and fertilizer. That's it. That's it. That's all he knew how to do. That's all I knew how to do. And now, just like he said, asking, learning, paying attention, these are the things that get you forward, that get you your information, So, and that's what you need. Rhythm and timing. That's a quote. I'm quoting my man 1034. Rhythm and timing. You hit it on the head. Rhythm and timing.